Good morning everybody. We are continuing our learning about percentages today. You were really good at finding those percentages yesterday, so we're going a bit further. Right, the next one is 1%. How to find 1%. So all you do is divide it by 100. This is really easy. If for instance I've got 567, I'm trying to find 1% of it. There's my 567. That's where my decimal point is. All I'm doing is I'm moving everything 2 columns over. So 1% of 567 is 5.67. Here's some numbers, same ones that we had yesterday. All I want you to do is remind yourself how to divide them by 100. Off you go. Okay, and here are your answers. So 1% of 12 is 0.12, 1% of 82 is 0.82, 1% of 128 is 1.28, 1% of 73 is 0.73, and 1% of 1936 is 19.36. You can use these techniques to find any percentages. To find 50%, divide by 2 or halve it. This is what you did yesterday. To find 25%, divide by 4 or halve it twice. To find 10%, divide by 10. To find 1%, divide by 100. Now, you can find any percentage of a number in this way. All you need to do is add them up or take them away. So for example, to find 2%, I would find 1% and add 1%, just 1% twice. That will give me 2%. To find 13%, use 10%, add 1%, add 1%, add 1%. To find 27%, use 25%, add 1%, add 1%. To find 86%, I could do 50% plus 25% plus 10% plus 1%. Or I can go the other way and use take away as well. So for instance, if I wanted to find 24%, it would be easier for me to find 25% and then take away 1% rather than finding 20% and adding 1% 4 times. With that in mind, so here is a bit of a challenge to see if it works. I'm going to give you the same numbers again. There's 86%. There's the numbers from before. What I want you to do is find 86%. Now, your clue is, to find 86%, you would have to take 50%, 25%, 10%, and 1% and add them all together. So if I was doing this with 12, what would I be doing? I'd be thinking, right, 50%. What's half of 12? 6. 25% of 12, 3. 10% of 12, 1.2. And 1% of 12, 0.12. I'd have to add those up to get 86% of 12. Now, I want to remind you that when you are adding decimals, it's fine to use column addition, just make sure that you keep your decimal points in line, even if you can't think where your decimal points would be. So think about 6. Ordinarily, I would not write a decimal point next to 6, but if I'm adding it to a decimal, in my column addition, I would make sure that there's a decimal point to the right of 6 so that I could line all my decimal points up. Of course, your answer box at the bottom should also have a decimal point as well. Don't forget that, otherwise your place value will go wrong and your column addition won't work. Okay, pause me now and have a go at it. Okay, and here are your answers. Very well done if you managed to get some of those. I'm going to put some slightly easier ones on the sheet. Have a good go at them.